game will translate well. But statistically speaking, individual season-wise, not what a lot of people anticipated St. Brown in doing, his production. And that could have just been the way that some of these teams were using him. I know he was dealing with some injury as well, but credit to the Saints in trying to improve the wide receiver room, man, by bringing another physical wide receiver in to compete with our dog A.T. Perry. How about that? All right. So, he also, his brother, is Amon St. Brown, who plays for Detroit. That guy's a ball player. Hopefully we can get a little bit of that to rub off on St. Brown, who's 6'5", 214. The guy, like I said, his greatest attribute is his size and ability to high point the football. Very physical, decent blocker as well, but woefully unproductive in his pro career. Maybe he can turn that around with the black and gold, man. It'll be interesting to see how that would do. But he played 16 games in Chi-Town in 2022, only 21 passes, 323 yards and a touchdown. And listen, he has some familiarity with the Saints because Andrew Janocko has ties to him. So we'll see what he can do as Mo. So he's not really a speedy guy. Like I said, he's more physical and big, tough wide receiver types. And that's not bad. Always having a guy like St. Brown to come in and help us out in our wide receiver room. As the Saints did add Cedric Wilson Jr., the 6-year veteran, and then, of course, Stanley Morgan Jr., who is mostly going to be used as a special team returner in some belief. So we'll see how that all works to go along with Chris Olave. But this guy will be a guy probably just fighting for a spot with the roster. I know the Saints still going to keep attacking that and see if they can continue to bring in some targets as we move further into the season. And the other signing was the Saints agreed with Kellen Mond, who was originally a third-round pick by the Vikings. And that's also ties to Janocko and the rest of them. So these are a couple of guys that they bring in 6'3", 212, a third-round pick, 66 overall out of Texas A&M. I remember playing against Kellen Mond when he was there. When we used to match up with him at LSU, he gave us problems then. We always was able to beat him, though. But after completing 42 of 74 passes for 390 yards with 3 touchdowns against 2 interceptions, 6 carries, 26 yards, and for the Browns in 2023, the preseason, he spent the 12 weeks of the season on the Colts practice squad. He was a 4-year starter at Texas A&M, where he played in 46 games. The guy almost had 10,000 yards passing against 71 touchdowns, 27 interceptions. He also scrambled a lot, too, over 1,600 yards of scrambling in his college career for 22 touchdowns. And he was a big guy for the Aggies, man. And remember watching Kellen Mond, I often would talk about he had heart. Something was missing in his game, you know what I'm saying, with Texas A&M, because they figured that he would be a guy that take him to the next level. But it was always something I felt was missing with Kellen Mond. Now, having him with the Saints, and they're adding another quarterback to the quarterback room behind Carr, and you basically have Jake Hayner, Nate Peterman, and now Kellen Mond coming in there to kind of compete. So very interesting signings for the Saints, just depth pieces to go along when ultimately we get into the throes of mini camp and the major camps and all this kind of stuff. So we'll see how it all shakes. No big deal on some of these signings. I do like the potential of a St. Brown, big wide receiver, underperformed in previous stops. And then Kellen Mond, maybe he could be a guy that can add some competition there. I know he brings athleticism and, like I said, a ton of college games as well down in Texas A&M. So that's a couple of things to just talk about with the family members, man. OG said they're great value players. Okay. I hear you, OG. I hear you, brother. I hear you. All right, so y'all put in the comment section, let me know how y'all feel about that thing as well, man. I'm going to try to pop up later on, man. If not tonight, I got a busy night going on. I got the Pelicans. I'm going to be doing the call-in stream. Shout out to the Pelicans, man. 2 more games remaining. Tonight, they got a matchup against the Golden State Warriors. That's going to be epic. And then the Sunday afternoon matchup against the Lakers, and that closes out the Pelicans regular season. So I'm going to be covering that stuff tonight on the Pelican post game report or PPR final after the game is over with. I'll be going over that stuff. And then Saturday, we'll be doing probably during the morning time. We'll do a live call in show, an afternoon show, something around noonish or whatnot. Y'all just hit y'all notification bells for that. So with that being said, I'm going to pop out on that. Y'all put in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about the signings of these guys. OG said they're great value players. But can they help the Saints, man? Because some of these players help the Saints moving forward. With that, I'm going to get on that. Much love. And who that tell you?